There we go. Should have some mic now. All right, so like I was saying, that doesn't work either. Hope you guys can hear me now. Everything's really kind of messed up on my end. I'll turn that way down there. All right, you can hear me. You hear the music. So anyways, did some changes to the computer this last week. Finally got a new graphics card. Managed to pick up a RTX 3080 Ti at a fairly decent price. Yeah. But yeah, it seems like anytime I change that out, it not only screws up all my input sources, all my screen capture sources, it changes all my audio sources too. I don't know why, but I probably could have just been a better streamer and tried to figure it out beforehand, but you know what? It is what it is. So anyways, my old 2070 Super got dumped into my daughter's computer. She was just run on an APU forever. Not that I think that she notices a difference or really even cares. Kids, you know, they just want to clickety-clack at the games. Anyways, thank you for coming out. That intro video, I don't know if you heard any of the music or the sound in it. Probably not. I have no idea. That was that was this last December at my parents' house in Michigan. It was fucking cold. Really cold. Way cold. Even though it didn't look all that cold, they haven't had a lot of precipitation, but it was cold. Real cold. Let's see, let's change this there. Okay, so if you're a patron, you have just been notified for the entry. So what we do today, we are going to be giving away two things today, at least two things. One thing is going to be the final FPV crate, sub 250 crate. This is for the month of July. If you guys don't know, FPV crate they are donezo. They said that they're going to keep their web store open. Well, that shit didn't last long. Their web store is basically gone and referring you to Get FPV if you need to buy or anything like that. So, anyways, yeah, they are gone, which makes sense that whole thing would just die off since they were a part of Get FPV. There's no sense in having competing retail stores. You know what I mean? So, unfortunately, that was my last and final sponsor. They are gone. Sucks. I actually really like the FPV crates. If you want to get in on the giveaway for that, we're going to spin the wheel for this thing probably sometime here, I don't know, maybe next 20 minutes. Links in the video description. I usually make people jump through all sorts of hoops to find it. Today, I just don't give a shit. Just going to give it away. So, anywho, that is what it is. This hobby, this industry, and the way things are right now has been pretty darn tough on people. So, anywho, 47 people are under to get a hold of us. Oh, yeah, I might as well just tell you what it is. This was a stickers, props, whatever. It is a 30 amp BLHeli S ESC. It's a 20 by 20 dealio, made by Axis Flying. Pretty good looking ESC. I can't vouch for its quality as far as like durability and longevity. I haven't used it yet, but you know, it does make Trons go burr. Yeah, their web store was cool. They had a lot of stuff that I couldn't find in other places, like a lot of lipos. So that's the ES. Break my phone, drop it on my phone. Jeez. So that's the ESC. I like it. It already came kind of conformal coated, which is kind of nice. You see that sheen to it. It does come with a XT30 cap, gummies, extension cable, and a big old color pinout diagram. So anyways, that's the entry for that. And then 3 props. These are PC 3035 by 3 jammer fanners. So that's some stickers and a coupon, which is absolutely useless because 10% store wide, FEVcrate.com. Except for their store is gonzo. So anyways, end of an era, I guess. Yeah, here's what their web store looks like now. Which, you know, that kind of makes sense. Why would they have competing stores since it was basically run by Get FPV? So they're gone. And I do not see them coming back. I don't know if there's any subscription crates left. I think FPV Lux is still going, but they were just shirts, which seems like that'd be more sustainable than having to source like hard parts like this, you know. All right. One Vision Aerial, good morning. Mac 282, how you doing? Mike Bergman. Morton Upshot, Borked. Market Zero, Free Range Chicken, good morning. How are you? Pedro Tomei, yep, no mic, thank you. I probably should have tested all this stuff out before I started, but yeah, it didn't happen. Like normally on my Go XLR Mini, I could control the music volume, which, can you guys hear music? Not sure. That ain't working. My microphone volume, that does seem to be working at least. So at least I have microphone volume. Chat's not doing anything. System volume, it's not doing anything. All right, so now I have some work to do after this. Unfortunately. Morton Upshot. Yeah, sound failed. Mike Bergman, yep, you definitely saw that correctly. Yeah, Brandon Baked Beans, how you doing this morning? Or Brandon Beans, whatever. Try to be professional. Getting rid of the baked part. Oh, let's see. Mike Bergman, how you doing? Currency W, too bad. Not sure who owned it, but it's tough to let anything like that go. Yeah, you're right. It is. Doing well. I dropped the live stream last weekend. I was supposed to go to Pensacola for a indoor micro race. It was an interesting format. Basically, they provide everything: goggles, quads, batteries, controllers, you name it. You just show up, plop your butt on a chair, and go fly. It was like a spec class. They had 2 different micros. One had altitude hold, and then, you know, everything from altitude hold all the way up to just full acro. Called Rocket Drones. I was gonna go do that Saturday morning. I did the live stream call with Rick Zabeda on his Discord, and I started like, I just don't feel quite right. Like I was like, throat's a little ticklish, whatever. Got off the call. I sat around for a little bit. It started getting worse and worse and worse, and then by about the time where I was like thinking about going to this drone race, I felt like somebody literally hit me with a truck. Like everything hurt. All my joints, my head, my eyes, everything hurt. I was sweating my ass off, even though it's 104 outside. So took the old pregnancy test there, and saw the two pink lines. Definitely had the Rona, and it hit me pretty damn hard. I think I slept for about 20 hours straight in a pool of my own sweat with the air conditioner going. It was not pretty. So yeah, I decided to cancel the live stream that Sunday just because yeah, I was not gonna do it. It was bad. So anyways, feeling a lot better today. Every day was just like a new different cold for about 3 or 4 days. It was shitty. Let's see. How is Axis doing with holding up after crashes? I thought I heard they had some issues. Mine's been fine. I've got the Cola 6. Been doing well. I haven't crashed it hard. It's been a lot of like little like landing tip overs, things like that. The way that frame's designed and what its purpose is, if you crash it, you're gonna mess something up just because there's so much going on with it. And it's not a acro basher. Like there's no one quad to do everything. That is a very niche designed frame that you want to be using for a certain purpose. If you're still the person who crashes every time they go fly, probably not for you. That's kind of goes for most Cinewhoops as well. Mac 282 figured FPV Lux bag would close before FPV Crate. Well, they are the newest one on the block, the FPV Lux. So, I mean, they still got some steam, and it's just t-shirts. So, whatever, they can just, as long as they have somebody creative, they can make a shirt and send it out. It doesn't, you know, you're not trying to, well, what ESC went with this flight controller? Well, what's going to fit in this frame that we sent 3 days before that? Are these props going to work with this motor? Which sometimes it didn't. So I think it's a lot easier to do just a t-shirt. Although FPV Crate just started their threaded service like 3 months ago, which was kind of like the FPV Lux, but oh well, you know, it just, yeah. The music is too low. It's too low. Okay. Is that less low? What do I have here for desktop audio? What am I doing here? Desktop audio, speakers, Arctis Pro. Oh, okay. Should be. Let's try that. Nope. Not what I wanted. Speakers, Arctis Pro 2 wireless. Okay. Well, there's that. Let's see if I can figure out what the hell happened here with channel 1, 2, 3, channel 3, music sources, music. That's working. So it must have to do with my audio sources, volume mixer, sound settings. Oh, the sound settings in Windows is just miserable. Sound control panel. This is like five different sources for audio. Speakers, chat, system, music. More options. Oh, man, I don't know what's up with this. Oh, well, that's my audio setup's pretty convoluted. It's definitely, yeah, definitely something I got to work on. Oh, well, whatever. Let's see, Mikeberger says, felt like somebody hit you with a bag of oranges. More like a bag of doorknobs. But, yeah. Glad you better. Yeah, you know, it's, you know, it was being sick. Whatever. Not a big deal. Got the plague the week before the 4th. Just now getting over it. Yeah, sleepy attacks for sure. You see here, trying to fine tune control audio. Yeah. Bag of doorknobs. Yep. But, anywho, it's over with. Feeling betterish. Still get tired. Like, I haven't really done, like, a full workout. Get winded pretty easy right now, but I figure probably middle of the week I should be back to normal. So, as far as FPV goes, I haven't seen any news of anything new going on at all, right? I don't remember seeing anything new. You guys? Damn it, I want to turn this down in my headset. It's so loud. Anyways, yeah, the news with Cadex, and as far as the DJI Air units goes, so I don't know if you guys have caught the news on that, but Cadex has basically said DJI is cutting them off. There will be no more new Air units made by them. They can make cameras all day long. No one's stopping them to do that, but the Air units, it does pretty much seem like DJI was providing them the Air units for them to package with Cadex cameras, and Cadex basically said, "Yeah, we created the avatar system. What of it?" And it sounds like DJI is breaking ties with Cadex, probably because of that reason. I mean, they're horning into their technology and their market. DJI is a very go yourself company, and there will be no more Air units by Cadex. But RunCam does have their link, so. You'll be finding the Air unit with the link cameras. I'm sure it's the same deal. DJI is probably providing RunCam with the Air units. They're packaging with RunCam cameras. But DJI is not in the business of competing with themselves. As soon as their new product hits the market, they typically nix their old line as soon as they run out of stock or, whatever makes business sense. So I would assume that if you are deep into the DJI ecosystem like I am, you want to keep flying and you are happy with what you have, I would go out and pick up a bunch of Air units or Vistas, because that stuff's going to dry up. And it'll probably dry up a lot quicker than you might think. So go out, get what you need, and just hold on to it. There's no reason to upgrade to the new system whenever it comes out, and they're not like they're going to shut off the V2. You're just eventually going to run out of parts. But I don't see it like completely going away. There will be people that, it's like, look at the sessions. Like, people are still cranking out refurb sessions, and those things are 5 years since they were produced last. But anywho, first run I did, got home, slept for 4 hours. Yeah, I feel like, race day quads lost. Yeah, they lost. There was not a chance in hell they were ever going to win when the policymakers make everything under the guidelines of safety. You're never going to win, because there will never be a judge that's going to go, we're going to not do this, and somebody gets hurt, and it's, someone's gonna be like, well, you said that was, that's not gonna happen. So hopefully everybody's got their RFID compliant stuff going. Nobody does, because it doesn't exist. Classic wizard. You can hover test it right into the dumpster. Yeah, in court. Yeah, their stuff was basically just roundly rejected by the court. But there's no reason they can't appeal it to like the Supreme Court. I'm not sure if RDQ is going to go that far. We'll see. Mikeberger says, I'm not doing shit with remote ID. Of course you're not, because there's nothing to do with it. The remote ID parts don't exist, at least that I know of. They may be built into some of DJI's new drones. Maybe. I don't know. I don't follow DJI's commercial stuff. But did you have to sell a kidney to buy your... I bought a 3080 Ti. No, I didn't. The prices have come down to fairly reasonable levels. I wouldn't say good levels, but fairly reasonable. We'll put it that way. Yeah, so they need to start selling drones, and I mean, they don't need to do shit. They can just make the law and then just run with it. If you get fined, it'll be up to you to fight it in court, which most of us, I don't think, are going to do that, because it's, you got to have FU money, or no, F me money, not FU money, F me money, because you're spending money to screw yourself over rather than just paying the fine and moving on with your life. I don't really know if any drones have remote ID built into them, but it's coming. We'll see what technology comes out for it. Brandon, but Runcam, Dan. I don't know what you're talking about. Runcam's making... Are we talking about the Vista thing again? Yeah, Runcam has the Link, which is a Vista. Thinking RTF drones will dissipate. No, they're going to keep selling them just the way they are. China doesn't give two shits about our laws and rules. They're just going to keep selling what they're going to sell, and you're going to buy it and go fly it. Laws are going to change, but it's not going to change. It's not going to change what they're doing. I mean, you know, look at, they keep selling VTXs that don't comply with FCC regulations. Every once in a while, a retailer gets fined, but they're going to keep producing them. They're going to keep selling them. They're just going to find loopholes to stay one step ahead of the laws. Runcam has the Link. Has a good camera, too. Caddx will have the Nebula Pros for a long time, too. And O3 might work with... I've seen some speculation saying it will work with V2, but then that speculation also said it won't work with V1. But if I know my DJI, when that V3 system comes out, none of the V3 stuff is going to work with the V2 stuff, because that's just how they work. Poodlehawk, you're correct. That is absolute BS. There's been no consideration for like shielded operations. Like if I hit an airplane, flying my drones in my backyard, bigger problems are going on. Much bigger problems. Let's see. No, I definitely paid less than $1,000 for my 3080 Ti. Yeah, people are saying this stuff, but nobody has... I mean, it's all speculation. Until it comes out, it's all speculation. just like when the V2 came out, everybody was expecting 1080p resolution, OLED screens, all that stuff, and what did we end up with? 6S voltage and larger screens to support a different drone. I think the V3 is going to start to blend and merge the lines between the FPV hobbyist and the Mavic crowd. I think that's where it's going. I think they're going to try to blend the two together by making both ends suck. But who knows? Again, I have no idea. Yeah, those were all. Well, I mean, the drone's out there, but the goggles are just a crap render. Yeah, I'm excited for the new stuff. I mean, I'm going to keep flying my V2 as long as I can, unless there's some really compelling reason to jump to V3. But, you know, if the V3 is backwards compatible with the V2 stuff or whatever, I might jump on it, but I'm definitely going to wait till it comes out to see what it offers. It's not like the V2 stuff's going to quit working. But, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Market Zero. They could ship us fentanyl and spice, and yeah, the drone parts are not a problem. They will be just fine. Well, waiting to see what color the UAV police. Oh yeah, they're gonna school up all the Karens in the area. So it'll be. It won't be. I see less law enforcement getting involved at the onset. I see it being the Karens and the douchebag human beings that exist out there that know that they're gonna hear that, oh, it's illegal for people to fly drones now, and they're just gonna. People have a real hard-on for imposing their will on other people lately, or so it seems. And I got a feeling it's going to be the general public ratting each other out. You know, the government's going to incentivize you to rat out your neighbors. Reminds me of a book I read once. We won't go there. Yeah, and Glock full auto, switch it to Chirac. Yeah, no kidding. China don't give a shit. 100-year plan, baby. 1,000-year plan. Yeah, the only thing I'm really looking forward to upgrading to is the upcoming HD0 goggles. That is something that interests me because it will replace two things that I have with one thing. I'm more interested in that than the DJI, the new DJI stuff. Just because you know that it'll be a 2 to 3 year product cycle, and then next one's going to come out, and then the next one, and then the next one. That's how they stay relevant. And they're also a juggernaut. They have the money and the resources to keep making newer stuff and keep developing newer technology that they'll be the pioneer of. It would be nice if it pisses police off and they make the FAA change. No, that's not how it works. The law enforcement is the active arm of the government. You know, they're the ones that do what we tell you to do. They're taking input from the policies. They're not going to make policy. That's not how it works. Oh, man. What's up, Paul McDonald? How you doing this morning? Cops like drones. I've kind of intermingled with the local police department here and their UAS program, and they're using them for some pretty interesting stuff around where I'm at. They have a pretty big UAS program. I mean, not how it's supposed to work. Not how it's supposed to work. What do you mean? Yeah, they're just revenue generators. All the Karens calling 24/7. You know, they're just going to take actions. They're going to take actions in their own hands. They're going to come out and start hitting you with their purses and shit. I've been watching way too. I've been stuck in the house too long. I've been watching too many YouTube shorts, and it's all staged bullshit. Oh my god. Just the state of content, like the quick consumption content that's out there is such utter fucking horse shit. It's just driving me nuts, and I can't stop watching it. I hate it so much. It's like, what about all these assholes that are sticking a Sharpie to their hotel mirror? People are so fucking dumb. Sorry. This is gonna be a frustrating sweary stream. My bad, guys. I'm sorry. We'll get back on track here. No Karen's called in on me. They just yell at me. Well, they got nothing to call in on yet. They don't own shit. Mike Bergman, I'm trying to figure out ironing on Simplified 3D. Ugh, they have ironing in Simplified. When was the last time Simplified 3D did any changes to their slicer? I think I haven't used it in, it's got to be 4 years now. There you go. Have them arrested for interfering with a pilot while flying. Yeah, you know, you just gotta be considerate. You know, just don't be a dick, and usually people will leave you alone. Mike Furby, yeah. People believe anything they see online. Yeah, people are... You know, growing up, I never thought... Like, growing up as a kid, I never realized that adults would be so fucking stupid. I am... Like, I'm 40. I am blown away at how dumb the people are that I see either online, in person, that I work with. Just... I don't know what happened. It's a self-esteem movement. It really ruined everybody, I guess. I have no idea. People scare easily, and then people don't like to feel like they're scared, so then they lash out at the things they don't understand. Split FPV, yeah, ironing is where the nozzle no longer extrudes filament and doesn't increase in Z height, and it just irons over the print, kind of trying to flatten the surface. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, guys, let's spin the wheel for this FPV crate. Let's get this thing out of here. If you guys haven't signed up, go into the video description down at the bottom there. There is an entry link for well, it's a Google Forms. It's just the way I keep track of who's who and actually am able to email people on their winnings, which sometimes they don't claim. It happens. And we're going to spin the wheel on that. Looks like my internet is dying. Awesome. I can fix a computer, but I can't fix my shit internet service. All right, I'm going to spin the wheel here in like at 10:45. It's 10:37 right now. 10:45, we'll spin the wheel for this thing. We'll get this out of here, get it to its new happy owner. I've been cleaning out the basement, cleaning out like all the boxes of stuff that I have down here. Now I'm getting ready to move on to my workshop. I got too many drones, guys. I've got way too much stuff, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm not going to give it all away, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pictures of everything, categorize it, and then I'm going to have a garage sale section on my website, tweetfv.com. If you don't know that, shameless plug. There we go, tweetfv.com. I'm going to create a garage sale section, and everything is going to be priced to move. I've got a lot of like 90% quads, basically. They're like missing antennas, receivers, maybe a camera. I think I am going to strip everything down because I don't think people want to buy full partial quads. I think people want to buy frames, or they want to buy motors, or they want to buy a stack setup or a camera or a VTX, things like that. I think what I'm going to do is strip everything down and just sell it as individual parts rather than selling like a skinned quad, because I'm thinking like if I put myself in everybody else's shoes, I'm like looking for it. I'm like, well, I want those motors, but I don't want the 30x30 ESC and flight control that's attached to it, and I don't want to pay the difference. That, and I'll probably make more money doing that. It's not a money making venture. It's just a move things along. I give away a ton of that kind of stuff here on the channel. There's just so much of it. I mean, the wife got in there. That's part of the problem. She got in there and she started counting the drones, and she got up to like 30, and she's like, why? And I can't disagree with her. Like, I don't need 30 quads. You know, for the longest time, I just kept buying stuff, trying to figure out what it is I like, and now I know exactly what it is I want to fly and what I like, and I have a lot of that old stuff that just sitting there collecting dust. You know, I'm looking at a QAV-R that I had DJI on that I haven't flown in 3-ish years. Still got it. Why not? So anyways, I think I'm going to do that. It won't be for a little while. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to be a lot of time for to get that done. But I'll definitely put it out there to my patrons to get first dibs on that. So if you're not one of these fine folk up there, I want to become one. As little as $2 a month gets you in on the monthly giveaways, which we're going to do as well today. It is for a brand new in the box MoBeetle 6 1S Tiny Whoop. This comes with 2 lipos, a carbon base plate, all the bells and whistles, and this one is ELRS. So, yes, it's SPI. I think Bardwell has single-handedly made everybody think SPI is absolute garbage. It's not. I specifically look for SPI quads just because they are lighter. Oh, but I won't do that V3. Don't worry about it. It'll come to you. Don't worry. I don't think Express LRS or Betaflight is going to drop an entire line of types of flight controllers and quads just for some reason that they just don't want to deal with it. I'm not worried about it. Someone will come along and someone will fix it and someone will make it work. And if not, then just keep flying V2. Whatever. There's nothing I've seen in V3 that is really going to make you a better pilot or make anything that much better. But yeah. It's a business. Well, I mean, I'm getting taxed on it, so yeah, I guess it is kind of a business. Oh yeah, the Jay's 2 cents pop-up shop. Yeah, that's gonna be bonkers. Hopefully no violence breaks out. Just tell you I only have one wife. Well, she makes a hell of a lot more than me, so it's worth it to keep her around. Yeah, you know, you're right, Brad, and it might be easier to part out what I got. I mean, like, I've got 15 radios. Like, I have a ton of stuff. A ton of stuff. Hey, what's up, Athix? And I'll be honest, I don't fly all that much anymore. I mean, for me, it comes and goes. Like right now, it is so hot out that I don't like to fly outside right now. It's usually in the triple digits in the afternoons, and by the time I get home from work, I'm just tired. I just don't want to do anything. I'll fly some micros in the house. I've been flying these guys quite a bit. The MoBeetle, and then the 1S Mob 6 with HD0 deal in it. This one, I like it, but boy, you really need to manage your expectations with this. It is a very disappointing performance quad. Putting tri-blades on it and doing some tuning to it, and the BT 2.0 connector on it really makes a huge difference, but it's disappointing. It's just too heavy. It's too heavy, especially when you start flying it next to something like this little guy. It's really apparent, but it is nice to have something that's HD0 and 1S. It's fun. It's a fun quad, but it's not competitive in any way, shape, or form. Let's see. To be fair, he is saying that it will split in V3. Not that it sucks. Well, he's driving people to avoid SPI quads, but that is pretty much everything you're going to find that's a 1S that's worth a damn to fly is going to be an SPI quad. You know who else did this? FRF Sky, and everybody crucified those fuckers. Everybody crucified them for their SPI boards. They don't make a single SPI board. All the other manufacturers made it using their code. FRF Sky moved on to a new code base, and everybody crucified FRF Sky. I don't hear anybody reaching for pitchforks over this. Just saying. Ooh. That jumped. All right, 10:45. You haven't gotten in the giveaway. Tough titties. Closing it down. There we go. Hang on one second. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's go. And let's see. We got 55 people entered. Let's go ahead and get you guys over here. Let's see. Control V. There's the wheel. Let's shuffle up this thing. All right, guys. This is for the sub 250 crate. There we go. Yeah, you know who did drone loaning first? FRF Sky. But everybody said that their system was terrible and these are dumb ideas. All right, who's going to be here? Spooling down. Let's see. Is it going to be Mike Bergman? Ricardo Ferreira? Corey Gamble? Who's it going to be? And it looks to be Corey Gamble. Congratulations. You won a ESC. Hit me up, tweetfv.com. Or sorry, tweetfv@gmail.com, Discord, wherever, or I'll just email you since I got your email address. Congratulations. Wrong button. There we go. Congratulations. All right, so that is donezo. So we are on to the MoBeetle 6 giveaway. Somebody in there is cheating. Ryan Settlemeyer, I'm going to get rid of you if you use two IDs because I see that your name's on here twice because you're using two different email addresses. Homie, don't play that shit. Mostly because it makes my life a lot harder. All right, well, I'll just, Oop. Don't be doing that shit. All right, let's see, back to the chat. Mike Bergman says, I want a TX12 and a right-wing nano. Drac frame, well, I got a TX12. Super hot here, too. I want HE0, Mob 6. Yeah, you know, it's more disappointing than I was hoping it would be. It's nice having the HD0 VTX in it, but the quad just does not fly. Does not fly the way I would hope it would out of the box. But it does fly, and it flies okay. And the chat did the whole jumpy thing. The last 2 days have been fairly nice out. It's been in like the mid 80s. Just doing a lot of yard work, cutting down a lot of trees and cleaning up brush that's been overgrown big time. Have the Mob 7 with HD0. Yeah, the Mob 7 with the HD0 is actually pretty nice quad. It has enough power for the weight, but it is a 75mm quad. I do like the Mob 7 with the HD0, which that's not here. Anywho, let's see. I've got a lot of wings too that I kind of want to get rid of. Yeah, drone loan's a pretty cool feature. FRF Sky Access had that feature. Well, it still has that feature. It was a share function, which worked pretty good. No, we crucified Fly Sky. No, we didn't crucify Fly Sky. We crucified FR Sky, Marcel. Nobody gives a shit about Fly Sky. No one ever has. Yeah, I'd build it. I'd build it with a bigger prop and open frame, but then it kind of defeats the purpose of like the whole 1S whoop that I wanted it for an indoor flyer, like a ducted 65 millimeter whoop. But it does fly markedly better on a BT 2.0 with the tri-blades. But you're like, if you're gonna try racing it, you're not gonna be competitive at all. Brandon Bean says, I put EP2 on my whoops now. Yeah, I would do that if I didn't have the SPI option. I think if somebody said, hey, we have a board here that's no SPI and one that's SPI, I'm still going to choose the SPI just because it's lighter and it's integrated. It's just, I like it better to all be one piece. Take the mouse, put in a mosquito frame. Yeah, I would think that taking this and putting it in the MoBeetle frame, that the carbon fiber frame that comes with the MoBeetle, I think that would be a pretty sweet setup. Head Frog, how you doing this morning? Poodlehawk, I'm frustrated I can't simply add ExpressLRS Dji Air modules to my old trends without doing some mad science to get it work. No, that's not true at all. You should just be able to plug it in. Don't believe what TBS is telling you. Yeah, you should be able to just plug your you should be able to plug an ExpressLRS module right into the Taranis. You may have to update the firmware. Well, not the firmware, but the operating system. Just go to EdgeTX. It's super easy to set up, and you should be good to go. It's very easy. Dump that in there. Crap, here we go. So you need to flip the board or pull the plugs off through the Mob 6. So these are all direct soldered. They're not, nothing's plugged anymore with the MoBeetle or the MoBeetle 6. It's all direct soldered. I think Sadie was doing so. Yeah, that's pretty typical 2S300 on 75. But a lot of people want to stick with just a 1S setup for reasons. Wrong way. Still has a SPI FRF Sky whoop. Still flies great. That's cool, man. A couple SPI whoops. There isn't any good replacement. Yep, jumpy chat for sure. Also, did you like the Canon? I don't know if I saw that. I didn't see that video. Sorry, man. I'll check it out after the live stream. Been just stupid busy. Sorry. Yeah, a few grams makes a huge difference. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm looking at 65 millimeters from a different perspective than a lot of other people. A lot of people want to get a 65 millimeter, go outside and do some like hardcore acro. Not the frame for that. You're gonna do half-ass acro in this. When I get a 65 millimeter whoop, I'm looking to race with it. Gates, tunnels, things like that, tight spaces. That's what I see when I see a 65 millimeter whoop. That's my purpose for it. So, I mean, you gotta know what it is you're trying to get out of it. If you're looking to do like acro stuff, is light. I mean, even weight is the enemy of whoops. It's just how it is. Weight and then shitty batteries. So the lighter you can get it, the better. If I can save 2 grams, 3 grams on having a SPI receiver built into the board, I'm gonna do it. 'Cause that's a huge difference. Yeah, Poodlehawk, I don't... All right. For everybody out there, I get so many questions about Express LRS every day. Could you just go and read the fucking... There's an entire website. It literally walks you through from beginning to the end. And it has all the questions in between. So many people are like, what's a Lua script? Well, did you read the directions? Yeah, I did. Well, no, you didn't, because it's all right here. All the directions you could possibly want. It's all right here. Everything is right here. Even how to flash. Like, oh, I'm flashing your transmitters. Every one of them is right here. How about flashing the receivers? They're all right here. Then like, oh, well, what are different ways that I could flash it? I don't know. There's like, here's 3 different methods for flashing your receiver. 4 different. 5. Like, it's all here. Everybody's like, oh, Express LRS has too much of a learning curve. No, you just have to read. You're not instinctively going to know how it works just by looking at it. Angry dogs are the enemy of whoops. Yes, they are. Oh my god, I've had 3 quads killed by angry dogs. All right, yes, Athex. There are people out there that can rip a 65 millimeter like it's a 3-inch. There are a few people out there that can. I don't know how the hell they do it. Like there's only so much power available on a prop and a battery. And just the things I've seen some people do where I'm just like, is this really a whoop? Is this really a whoop? It'd be pretty easy to fake, I think. And the Discord. Yeah, but I mean, even before the Discord, all the instructions are there. Mike, yep, you're right. That's pretty much what it comes up. Yes, it is. The Express LRS wiki is probably the most thorough, clear, concise instruction manual I have ever seen, and it's constantly changing, and it's written by a lot of people that know how to speak to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. It's broken down in very good, manageable, bite-sized chunks. Yeah. The biggest issue I found with ELRS was related to drivers, software, and libraries VS Code. All right, so that's where everything diverges is I am not going to diagnose your computer for you. Fuck that. Everybody's got so much different stuff going on. I could tell you, COM 1 ain't the COM port you're looking for. That's just about all I could tell you there. There's so much that... But that's the thing is with the configurator, that's all you need is a configurator. You don't need to do anything else. Like, I've got people who are like, oh yeah, I got to download VS Code and I got to download the configurator. I'm like, no, you don't. You download the configurator. The configurator downloads all the resources it needs. You just need to wait. Oh, it won't download anything. Well, are you connected to the Wi-Fi network that's being transmitted by the receiver? Well, yes. Are you wired to your computer wired to Ethernet? No. Where the fuck's the internet gonna come from, guys? Like, sorry, I'm frustrated today. Frustrated. A lot of reasons. It's like people forget the basics of reality. Like, I don't know. My Zora won't turn on. Did you push the power button? No, you didn't tell me to. Well, you know what? If you're not gonna put any effort into it, I'm out. I need to turn into Betty White here. Oh, yeah. It is a very frustrating time because what's going to happen, and this happens every time a new version drops, ExpressLRS 3.0 is going to come out, and everybody, or like the RC's, the RC is out, or people are going to start jumping to that, and they're going to start having issues. But it's a release candidate. It's the same thing with Betaflight 4.3 when it came out. People were just like, this isn't working. No, I'm not having issues here. I'm having issues with this. I'm like, well, what version of Betaflight are you using? Well, 4.3 RC2. I'm like, well, it's a release candidate. Go get bent, go back to the last one and go fly. If you are willing to dabble with a release candidate or a nightly, you should not be asking people for help. If you, it's a litmus test. If you need help and you're on a release candidate, it's not for you. It's like I get asked all the time, like, oh, hey, how do I solder a new gyro to my flight controller? The fact that you're asking that means that you are incapable of doing it. Now, if you asked, how do I find out which gyro to replace, that's a little different. Like, maybe you just don't know how to read the code on the SMD. If you're asking me, well, how do I desolder the 5-volt reg from my board and solder in a new one? You probably can't do it. This stuff has prerequisites that come with it. Mike Bergman, you have no idea the questions I get asked. And I want to help everybody, but then I know as soon as I push that first key on the keyboard, like, here goes the next 6 days of my life. And it's never like a quick back and forth conversation. It's they want answers now. I'm paying for nothing and I want answers from you, dance monkey. And you answer them, and then it's 15 hours before you get a reply, and then they want immediate answers. Like, well, motherfucker, I'm sleeping. Oh, getting worked up. Sorry, guys. Most people have prescribed common sense, but little actual common sense. Get too used to Google search and either eyes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I most of these people, I'm just like, did you Google it? Did you do the barest of minimum of troubleshooting or question? Actually, like, it's literally, I'm gonna go to my computer, I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna go into Google, and I'm gonna type in your question, and I'm gonna come up with 40 answers that are the exact same answer, probably a video or two with exactly what your question is. But sure, maybe you'll click an affiliate link or become a patron. Maybe you will. Well, I don't know. Like, and I want to help people out. Like, that is my whole goal behind all this stuff, is just to help people out, which I do happily. But there does come a point where I feel like I'm pouring somebody into a wheelbarrow and hauling them over to the pond so they can get a drink. Right, Brandon? Yeah, true. If you're using a beta or release candidate, you're kind of expected to be able to at least test and report. Good luck if you're a noob. But I will also say that there were, not right now, but there were a ton of products being released. Back to the whole SPI ExpressLRS thing. There were tons of products coming with SPI receivers that were on release candidate firmware because there was no full version out there. So I do sympathize with those folk a little bit, because you can't go back to a stable version, because then your entire quad will not work, because it was produced under a release candidate. So shame on the manufacturers for that. And then the other thing is, hey, can you help me fix my brand new quad? I just pulled it out of the box and it doesn't work. Send that shit back. Don't fix it. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to turn around and send it back. I'm just like, send it back. Let the retailer or the manufacturer deal with it. It should not be your problem to fix they're mess ups. Ooh, today is a ranty day, guys. I am sorry. I am sorry about this. It is ranty. Or I love when the brand new noob that doesn't know anything is now like, hey, DM me on the side, I'll help you out. And then they're asking you the question on the side to answer to the other person. It's like, go F off. So many times I get the, hey, my quad flips out. Well, your props are either on wrong, your motors are spinning wrong direction, you have them mapped wrong, or your receiver channel is set up. Nope, it's all perfect. Like, no, it's not. Like, I'm going to say it one more time, and then I'm going to move the fuck on. Yeah. Guy complained that he was having issues with the flat antenna beta FPV receivers. He didn't on the EP2 or the Aeon receivers because he was having issues. He was going to get Crossfire. That's fine. I don't begrudge anybody who wants to jump ship from ExpressOS and go to Crossfire. They'll be back. They'll be back. Sleepyhead, how you doing, man? You cuss fast and you hit the button. Yeah, I do. It's part of my it's part of my speech habit at this point. If you're in the service long enough, you basically just start to swear as subconsciously. I swear, I probably do it in my sleep for all I know. My poor daughter. Shh. Beta FPV has ended more journeys in this hobby than any other company. I don't know. I mean, they probably sell more product than any other company in this hobby. They have a lot of unreliable products, but they're also pushing the envelope harder than a lot of other companies. So, you know, when Happy Model first came out with their AIO boards, they were the first people to do it, and those things were going up left and right, and people were giving them a ton of shit. It's like, but what's the alternative? There are no other companies out there that are jamming a flight controller, an ESC, a VTX in an AIO form factor. You push hard enough, you're going to have issues. But what they could have done is had better customer support to help deal with these issues. That's where most of these companies fall down, is their lack of customer support. They rely on influencers and tech YouTubers to be their free tech support. FRF Sky did this big time with me. They gave me a lot of help. I had some reps and some developers at FRF Sky that I was working with when they started all their access stuff, which was nice. But their customer service was so shit that they were referring people to me. I'm like, I'm not on your payroll, but these people are coming to me as if I am. And it wasn't working out. Can you just bring me water? I don't feel like walking. Huh. It's like my daughter. Wheel me to the juice box, please. Right, yeah. Yeah, bricking ICM gyros on first boot. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right. Yeah. But I've checked the props. Well, I can see in your picture they're going the wrong way. I was just trying to be nice and letting you find the problem by suggesting where to look. One of those days, or when the noob tries to call you out. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, therapy session. That's what it is. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Brandon. I like when people I help take over and help other people. That is awesome. I love it. I see it all the time. But then I also my Discord. I've got two sections. I got the patron section and I got like everybody else. I'm in the everybody else one all the time. The patron one is just like you post a message on there. I'm gonna jump in and try to help you out. But I am seeing where people are now stepping up and helping other people, and for the most part, they're pretty good, but then I sit back and I watch. I'm like, yeah, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Shit. All right, I gotta jump in here. So, I mean, it's rubbing off on people, but there are a lot of times where people now speak with authority and clearly don't know what it is they're talking about, which kind of sucks. Venture FPV, how you doing? Good morning. Flight 1 probably killed more journeys than FPV than... Nah, I don't think so. Flight 1's kind of a niche product. Like, if you were into Flight 1, you wanted to be into Flight 1. Flight 1 just did a lot of really egregious stuff, which you see happen quite often in this hobby. Like, let's take... the earliest I could think of is Underground FPV. They were producing the Nirvana. And they were taking money on orders on the Nirvana. They had a warehouse fire, and then they just disappeared, took everybody's money. Like, that was the first, like, oh, there are horrible people in this hobby that I saw. Flight 1's the same way. They were taking pre-orders on gear that was never, ever, ever, ever going to make it to market, and they just left. They just took your money and ran. It's like backing a Kickstarter. Emacs, I don't know. Emacs had a lot of reliability issues with their Tiny Hawk, like the AIO boards. But, I mean, again, whenever you're talking AIOs, you can't really expect them to be super bulletproof because there's a lot going on in a very small space. Plus, who's buying the Tiny Hawks? Noobs. What's the first thing a noob wants to do? I'm going to update everything, like my cell phone. And then, oh, it doesn't work now. Well, what'd you do last? I didn't do anything to it. Well, why do you have Betaflight 4.25 on there? It came with 4.1. Well, I updated Betaflight. Okay, well, you did something. They don't, like... You guys, you're killing me here. You're killing me. This is definitely a therapy session. I'm sorry, guys. I should be paying you. It's about time someone says he really thinks. Good stuff, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't... I don't think I'd recommend Emacs to anybody. They did do some interesting products like the Tiny Hawk. Tiny Hawk 2, those were kind of groundbreaking when they came out. There was really nobody else doing something like that. The Easy Pilot was pretty cool. The little Emacs car thing, like my daughter was literally driving that around yesterday. That thing is super cool. But, yeah. They did have a lot of product reliability issues with the very first Tiny Hawks and the AIOs. And, of course, they're using a non-standard mounting, which, whatever your thoughts are, I don't think they do that stuff intentionally so nobody can put... I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too highly of companies thinking that they wouldn't just... You know what? Screw it. Yeah, they probably specifically chose a oddball mounting just so you can't put anything else in there. But, yeah. Wrong way. Yeah, exactly. When I started FPV, it was... Stu was out there. He wasn't really a tech helpy guy. He was just, here's the new products and we'll get you excited about it. Then I found Bardwell, but I was already well into my journey on FPV. Honestly, I think I found Ladrib and all them before I found Bardwell. Yeah. Splitter, you're not getting those. I'm sorry. Is that a right hand? Yeah, I get better range with the right hand circular polarized on my Crossfire Nano, bro. Oh man, I've dealt with a little bit of Spectrum stuff, but like whenever I get a hold of a Spectrum radio, it makes me angry at how expensive they are for what you're getting. And I'm just like, why? Why is this like this? Yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of issues with any customer service from these companies. You just need to know how to manage your expectations with them. Like, you're going to message them. You're not going to get a reply for maybe 24 to 48 hours, especially depending on when it is you message them throughout the week. I don't like the fact that most manufacturers will not allow the retailer to step in and help out. Emacs especially is one of those companies. They will not let the retailer take care of the customer service complaint. They'll let the retailer, like, put you in touch with them and help provide a little bit of information, but they will not allow the retailer to just send you a new product. If the retailer does that, they're doing it out of their own pocket. And like Emacs, they will not support, they will not refund them. I'm sorry, guys. Clay Quarles, that's a new name. Welcome to the live stream. I'm a wing guy, but I like your content. I have a bunch of wings, and I want to fly them. I just don't ever seem to find the time to do it. If I have time to go fly, it was like, well, I'll just get the drones out, go fly. And then I run out of time and don't have time to fly the wing. Like, you have no idea how many times I take a wing with me to the racetrack with the intent to fly it, and I just never do. Seeing how sketchy Flight 1 was turned me off from. Yeah, like, it was a lot of, like, marketing, wanketeering. Like, I have had exactly one Flight 1 product. It was the H7 Lightning. It was like the Wild Willy edition. I hated every bit of it. I hated how it worked. I hated the configurator. I hated everything about how that flight controller worked. And then, like, you go fly it around, it flies like hot garbage. Like, well, I'm going to turn on the AI brain tuning, and then it flies decent. I'm like, all right, what Betaflight feature would this be equivalent to that I just turned on and off? Like, there ain't no damn AI going on in this thing. It's probably just a different filter set, but whatever. Well, I'm sure they have insurance for the fire, but why would they? I mean, if they could just run with your money, then why not? Lunchbox FPV. There is a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. Lunchbox. There you go. Made by Lunchbox FPV. On Kickstarter. How much? How much? Yeah. Tiny Hawk saved them. They had a lot of crap before. Yeah. A lot of people really like the Race Hawk, or the Hawk 5, whatever the race quad was he made. A couple of guys I fly with at my MultiGP chapter, they loved them. They were a great racer. It was nothing spectacular, but it wasn't crap. You just bound it, put the props on it, plugged it in, and just went and raced. It was great. Well, okay, so the first Wizard was crap, but it was actually the best quad for the money that you could possibly get. But everything was crap back then. They just put it together the best way that was available at the time. I make fun of the Wizard. It was my first quad, my first 5-inch quad. You look at it wrong and it would catch on fire. Props would literally explode if you touched a blade of grass. But that was as good as it was back then. That was it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure crypto was involved. Why wouldn't it be? Well, the whole 2-screw on a motor, that's a pretty common thing as far as micros go now. I thought the Tiny Hawk was revolutionary. It was a great quad for the time, for a great micro at the time. Like, there wasn't a lot out there that competed with it. It flew better than anything else, 65 millimeter at the time, except for, I guess, the Tiny Whoop racers that were, you know, like the actual Inductrix Tiny Whoops. Those flew really well, but there was a very specific hardware set you had to have, very specific mode, batteries. They were all on Spectrum. Yeah. Traffic in Ohio. Yuck. Drone Campus. Yeah, I haven't seen anything from him in a long time. Is he even still doing anything? When was the last time he did something? I know he got involved in AI flight, like the... Oh, not Drone Campus. I'm thinking of somebody else. Not Drone Campus. Drone Mesh. I'm thinking of Drone Mesh. I don't think Drone Campus has reviewed a bad product. Drone Mesh. That's who I was thinking of. I haven't seen anything from him in forever. A year ago. Yeah. His last video, I'll edit your FPV videos on Fiverr. And there was an older gentleman. He looked like he was a dentist or something that used to have a drone channel. I can't remember what the channel name was, but like DJI came out. He did a couple videos on it, and that's the last I ever heard from him. Yeah. Flywoo. 15 emails in 4 months? Yikes. I mean, all these companies could save a ton of face just by having decent customer service. They don't have to keep it in-house. They can use outside companies to deal with customer service. Yeah, sim mode. That's right. That's what it was. Sim mode. Hawk 5, that's what it was. Hawk 5 was a really good out of the box racing drone. Oh, there's a ton of frames out there that do 2-hole, 3-hole mounting. They don't use all 4 holes. There's a lot of them out there. Mostly micros. All right, let's see. Still love my inductors. I've never flown one. I've always kind of wanted to, but I got a feeling I'd be disappointed at this point. Splinter. Anybody else notice that they flew a solid 23.379% better with Tweet FV radio grips? Curious if I'm the only one experienced. No, that's just science right there. That just happens. Yeah, Tweet FV radio grips. TweetFV.com. Get yourself a set. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. I'm eventually going to do, and I've already got the website set up for it. I'm going to do a 50% off weekend. But here's the deal: is I'm picking which grips to send you. You pick your radio. I'm going to send you the right ones for your radio. Don't worry about that. The color, the pattern, whatever. I'm just going to pick something. I'm going to send it to you. But they're going to be half price. Might be black, might be pink, purple, green, polka dot, camo, stars and stripes. I don't know. They're going to be random, but it's going to be 50% off. It's going to be the rando weekend, Saturday, Sunday. It'll be half price. You're going to get what you get. It'll be the right radio, but I'm just going to send you whatever color pattern that I feel like sending you. I have a lot of grip materials that I don't have listed because I've got like onesie twosies of it. It's a good way for me to clear inventory. That's really what it is. I have all sorts of materials, Mike. I have grips that are, there are people out there with one-off grips that nobody else has. But that's not this weekend. It's not going to be next weekend. Maybe the weekend after that. I don't know. We'll I'm still getting to that point to get all set up, but I'm going to do a half-off weekend. So if you guys are really in the market for grips, just go ahead and get a set. They're cheap, $10 at the most. And then I'm planning on doing a half-off one, but make no mistake, it's so I can clear inventory. That's what it's for. It's to kind of just get rid of the stuff that I got sitting around. Brandon Baked Beans. I can't fly without grips. I can't use a strap. I hate God. I don't like it. But the grips are awesome. I do have a new line of grips on the website. If you guys haven't seen them yet, I do have a video coming out next week on the iFlight Commando 8, but I do have grips for those on the website. Why have a zoom in button and then be the exact same size? I guess I shouldn't complain. I'm not paying much for this. But yeah, grips for the Commando 8. They turned out really well, but they are available. So if you have a Commando 8, then pick yourself up a set. She thought she'd pull some ninja shit on me. Hey, stop. All right. Dromesh was in Lebanon. I don't know if that's where he was, but he was definitely somewhere over in that area. Even at full price, worth every penny. Yes, they are, my friend. Yes, they are. I have plenty of, I have a whole bag of 1S whoops and things like that. I told her she could pick the time for the giveaway, so. She likes to try to scare me, and she's usually not very good at it. But man, she got me good Friday. I went to go pick her up. I know, twice. I went to go pick her up from camp, and it's in a church. I went up to the top floor. Came around the corner, and there she was. Man, she got me good. I should send someone else up in front of me so she can, like, scare them. Just make her, yeah. No, she's 8, Martin. And she's pretty tall for an 8-year-old. But, yeah, all right. So, about 15 minutes, we'll spin the wheel for the MoBeetle 6. This little guy here. If you haven't gotten in, go ahead and sign up. Yeah, Nurk is doing gigs. Yeah, Nurk has stopped really doing the YouTube content because YouTube doesn't pay. It doesn't pay worth the amount of time you have to put into YouTube to actually get it to pay out. I think if you calculate like dollars per hour, you probably make less than minimum wage. Like, you might as well be a greeter at Walmart. You'd probably come out ahead. So yeah, YouTube's a good springboard to get into doing other things. YouTube's a dead end for me. I'm not really planning on going anywhere else with it. It's just kind of for shits and gigs is what I'm doing it for at this point. But yeah, I mean, like Nurk, this is his full-time job. Like, he doesn't have something outside of doing drone-related stuff to pay the bills. I don't know if his wife or anything like that works, but it's like, for me, this isn't. I don't rely on this. I enjoy helping everybody out and having fun with people, and I enjoy the hobby. I enjoy the tech. I do get bored with the hobby quite quickly, like when nothing is happening, or when all of the drama starts kicking up, like back when TBS was really being D-bags about everything. Really got like disinterested in the hobby very quickly. But now this entire hobby has gotten to the point where you can actually make a living out of it. But it's so specific that you really have to be at the top of your game and know what you're doing to like make a living out of it. Brandon, I got an 8-year-old right here. Yeah. It's a fun age. I have a lot of fun having her home. This is therapy. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Nurk's buddy doing work with other YouTubers doing videography. Moved out, peace, quiet. Nice. Oh, YouTube suggesting right now would be a good time to insert ads. Creators earn more money inserting the ads. More viewers are watching. Give it a try. You know, I never revisited the last live stream to see like what kind of ad revenue that actually generated. If I know my YouTube, they would obfuscate it to the point where you really couldn't tell anyways. Let's see. Analytics. Revenue. Ad revenue, $1.18. $1.18. 94 cents for YouTube Premium revenue. Gonna say it's probably not worth it. I mean, Super Chats obviously generate the most revenue. But, yeah. We're not gonna do that. TBS, they're not very relevant, so they have to do things to appear relevant, and their new gimbal lube stuff is certainly them trying to stay relevant, or at least keep people talking about them. Oh, jeez. So she has always been like completely attached to Mama and really didn't give two shits about me. But something's happened in like the last year where that has flipped, and she's all about hanging out with me. And you know, like Mama went to the store, and almost always it's like she's gonna go with her, but now she's just like, nah, we'll see you later. I'm gonna hang out with Dad. So things have changed. I don't think she's one of the kids that can like really hang on to more than one person at a time. Like, she's all in on one person. It's gonna make for an interesting adulthood, I think. We'll see. Let's see. Freelojo got my brother into 3D printing. Oops. Oh man, you're mean. I mean, of anything that I've dug up out of this hobby, the understanding of electronics and the 3D printing are probably two of the big things. Yeah, Morton, exactly. It's yeah, enjoy it while I can. Well, it's also cursing mom as well. We're, military, both of us, so it's hard to not do it. I try very hard not to around her, but it comes and goes. It comes and goes in waves. Yeah. Yeah, and, I mean, I don't live around family either, so she doesn't have a lot of like family to interact with. So she's gonna have a lot of friends growing up, but yeah, it's interesting. She's pretty well adapted. She hasn't been to the same school for more than a year at a time. She's always different school. So she's good at adapting to different situations. We'll see what the therapist says when she's in her 20s. She wants me to show the benchy. Here, you show it. Over there. Show it over there. Under that camera. Go ahead. Big porcupine. Big benchy. Okay. All right. Yeah, exactly. Curse words exist in the real world. Yeah, big benchy. She's at the point like where I can play video games with her too, and kind of just hang out, just nice. I do need to try to get her into flying drones again, and give that another shot. Yeah, Splinter. All right, let's see. We're coming up 11:38. We're gonna spin the wheel for this thing in just a few minutes here. 11:45. We'll give this guy away. I have, let's see, 30 entries. 30 people have entered to try to win this guy. I do basically a quad giveaway every month. Still haven't figured out what I want to give away next month, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. It always evolves. It always evolves. Let's see. I don't think Bardwell's streaming today. I think he's off for a couple weeks still. Yeah. Wish I could stay at age. Yeah, wait till she's in her 20s. Yeah. I know it could. I know it's not going to get better. We'll put it that way. I did have something I wanted to show everybody here. I did pick up an interesting little product just recently. I saw another YouTuber using one of these. I'm like, you know what? I want to give it a try. I've seen these before, but it's like a multimeter set of tweezers. I don't know if you guys can see the display very well, but it doesn't. It's a mini LCR meter, so it does inductance, capacitance, resistance, and voltage, and it just does it through the little leads at the end here. Like if I touch that, it's going to tell me that it's going to give me the resistance of the resistor. Actually, that's in manual mode. There is an automatic mode. There we go. So I'm just going to grab a hold of one of these capacitors here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. It's a 10 picofarad capacitor. That's kind of cool. it's not super precise, but it's going to be kind of nice. Instead of having to drag out the whole multimeter and do the whole three-handed routine trying to check voltage on something like that, you can just grab a hold of this guy and just go to town on things. But I thought it was kind of neat. It does have its downsides. It is kind of cheap feeling, but it's made by Miniware, same people that make like the TS100. It's pretty cool. If you know, I wouldn't be my primary multimeter or my only multimeter, but it is interesting. The link is in the video description there, Freelojo. The tips are spring-loaded. Spring-loaded open. Like that. The head comes off of it, so it does pack down pretty decent. It does charge through the 3.5mm jack. You can't charge and use it at the same time, which is it's fine. Firmware upgradable, all that kind of stuff. So it's actually pretty cool. I'm actually getting a lot more use out of it than I thought I would. There's weird quirks like it'll work up to our 6S voltage, but not much more than that. It can't do reverse voltage, so if you connect it backwards, it'll just say negative, and you gotta flip the tweezers around and hit it again. Then it'll give you your voltage. So it is a little bit interesting. It does have some weird quirks to it, but for the price, little mini LCR meters are much more expensive for much less. Oh. You got Lucy? There you go. I'm gonna take Lucy. All right. Let's see. Yeah, so I think they're like about $80. It does have a signal generator in it too, which I don't know how useful that's going to be. It's not without its issues, but I think for what it is, especially like if you needed something for like your flight bag, super compact, just throw it in with your soldering iron. Sounds like they need to refine firmware to do reverse. Maybe that's what it is. It might not be. I haven't tried updating the firmware on it yet, but I do really like it. Let's see. I want to do live long range, but I need my Wi-Fi working outside, and either Dji Air or ELRS is killing my Wi-Fi in the driveway. You're probably in a pretty cramped RF area as far as Wi-Fi goes. Probably everybody and their brother has a Wi-Fi router, and they're all blasting them at max power. I noticed that I have an issue with that at the apartment my wife lives in Chicago. Like, there's just so much Wi-Fi. Everybody's got everything maxed out, and the connection's fast, but it's really unreliable. Yeah, Lucy, she's a little Chiweenie. She's just the sweetest little dog. Status on tuning the Beast class, asks Flying Ryan. The status is nothing. I haven't had a chance to fly it. It's been so incredibly hot and rainy here that I just haven't had the time to put more packs into it and dig through the black box. It's flying okay, but I haven't really pushed it too hard yet. I was working with Brandon Beans a while back to try to get like a baseline tune on it. I've just been so damn busy with work and then life as well. I just haven't had a chance. Let's see. I have a scope on my bench. Which scope do you have, Kearns JW? I have an oscilloscope, but it's freaking huge. I know there's some like mini pocket ones, which I think would be kind of cool. But I haven't seen like where they're all that useful. Like they kind of do everything, but nothing very well. Brandon, why don't you just do wired, you know, instead of doing Wi-Fi? You might use your phone. My laptop is in the driveway. I could avoid it. Okay. USB-C to an Ethernet adapter. There you go. Oh, that'll do it too. All right, guys. Let's spin the wheel for this MoBeetle 6. I'm going to close it down here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are closed. Let's go ahead and get everybody on the wheel here. All right. That did not work. Control V. There we go. So here's the wheel for the MoBeetle 6. We're going to shuffle this thing up a bunch. All right. So the whole reason you're down here, kiddo. Pick a time. All right. Come here. All right. Pick a time between 1 and 60. What are you going to pick?
20.
Louder.
20.
20? All right. 20 it is, folks. We're going to go with 20 seconds on the wheel. All right. Good luck, everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good luck, everyone. Thank you for being a patron supporter. Thanks for coming out. And what do we got here? Oh, is it going to be Mikeberger? Or is it going to be Robbie? Mikeberger, or is it going to be Robbie? Robbie Store. Congratulations. You haven't won the wheel in quite a while. Robbie, I'll hit you up over on Discord. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Robbie. Long time supporter of the channel. Probably one of the first patron supporters I've had. It's been Robbie. It's awesome. Okay. Brandon, are you an iPhone user or are you an Android user? Andrew FB, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate it. That was super close. So like it's like right there on the line, man. Yep. But not really sure. Let's see. I got a Darwin baby ape, brand new in the box. I've got a bunch of 1S micros. I got a couple 5-inch quads. I don't know. We'll figure out what to give away next month. No live stream next weekend. Taking a little family vacation. Will not be around. But the weekend after that, I should be back. That's what I thought, Brandon. I figured you were an Android user. Yeah, so I'm assuming you have USB-C on your Android phone. Usually you can just plug in a USB-C to Ethernet adapter, and you can just do it wired that way. Mikeberger, I need to switch to Android. I'm finding one reason, well, now two reasons, and two reasons alone that I would like an Apple phone. One of the guys who develops a lot of the firmware for the VESC one wheels has made an app, and it's only on Android, and he said it was too hard to develop as it was, and he's not going to move it over to Android, which sucks. And then also I picked up a set of Apple earbuds just to try something different. and I kind of like them. They're kind of hot garbage at the in the same way, but I don't know. All right, Andrew, man, we'll see you later. Apple for the win. No, Apple's hot trash. You know what I'm talking about. I bought the Apple earbuds compared to like my other Bluetooth wireless earbuds. They fit well, but like the ANC's garbage. The sound profile is terrible. They sound like trash. But the microphone's nice on them, so I do like them for that. So I mean, there are advantages, but I'll stick with my my Android device. Super excited. My Steam Deck reservation got bumped up to Q2, which I'm super excited about. I still haven't gotten my pre-order email, but I can't wait to get that thing. Can't wait to get that thing. I hate Apple everything. Yeah, you know, and I'm going out on a limb and trying their, is it earbuds? Is that what they're called? I don't remember. Whatever they are. There are things I do like about them, like the way the interface works. It's not capacitive. It's like almost like you gotta squeeze the stems, which works well when you have gloves on and things like that, which is nice. But Mike, I'm using ANC headphones as his hearing protection. I got a feeling that's not how it works. AirPods, that's what it is. AirPods. Yeah, I got a set of AirPods Pro. I like them. I've also got a set of Samsung Galaxy Buds, which I like infinitely more. The fit is better. The interface is better. The sound quality is so much better. The ANC is better. The transparency mode is better on every level. The microphone sucks. So if I'm using it as like a headset to make phone calls, kind of sucks. AirPod. Yeah, thanks, Katie. AirPod. I wish the microphone was better on the Galaxy Buds. It's also kind of inconsistent. Like there's some times where it's fine, and it's usually my wife will be hating on me when I'm making phone calls with them to her because they're hard to hear. But then again, she's also listening through the sound system in her car and using the hands-free on that, which also sounds like hot trash. So I'm sure there's multiple factors there. I need to block a certain user. Put user in timeout. I can use a string in a can. But all right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. If you guys get a chance, go charge some packs, go fly. I got a little 8-year-old here I gotta go entertain. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to get some grips, tweetfv.com. Remember, we're not doing the half-off weekend right now. It'll probably be maybe 3 weeks from now, but it's a coming. Yes, that's Lucy. Thanks for coming out. Greatly appreciate it. Have fun, and we'll see y'all next week. Not next week. The week after that. I'll be out of town, having fun with the family, and yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you next time, and stay positive. Go fly.